Good morning, Brian. It's Friday. So you may be wondering why I'm in my car. As you know, this weekend is actually my birthday, and Lulu has plans for us starting tonight and continuing tomorrow and Sunday. So I don't think I'll have time to record a vlog this evening once I get home. So I wanted to just record it now and get it out of the way. I liked your top 5 yesterday, Brian. I hope that you're enjoying the Thursday top 5 thing. I think it's fun. It's also nice that, you know, every week there's one video that we know is going to be of a specific, if not topic, at least format, and then we can look forward to it. And it also sort of breaks up it from being the same old all the time with just us talking back and forth. So I kind of like that. We might even, depending on how this goes and how much work it is to research and all that, we might want to consider possibly adding in other kinds of theme days, but I think the Thursday top 5 will be good for now. It's interesting, I know you mentioned that your favorite Pokemon is Squirtle. I know that you mentioned that when you and I were picking starters when we're playing through Red and Blue right now, and I believe you picked Squirtle as well. But I know with Pokemon Go, you have gone on trips where you have specifically been trying to catch a whole bunch of Charmander so that you can get enough candy to evolve them into Charmeleon and Charizard. So it's interesting, I don't think I've heard you express as much interest in Pokemon Go with catching a Squirtle as well, or even Bulbasaur. Is this just because you like the final evolutions better of Charmander? You like Charizard more than Blastoise? Or, and just the game mechanics of Pokemon Go make it so that really you're catching them for their final evolution form rather than how they're going to play all the way up through that. In the Game Boy games, you grind them up and evolve them and level them up over the course of a long time, but so there's a while where you're still fighting with Squirtle and then with Wartortle before you get to Blastoise, and the same for the other starters. Whereas in Pokemon Go, it's mostly you're just catching a bunch of them until you get a good enough one that has a high enough CP, and you also have enough candy that you can evolve it and hope that it becomes a good fighter. So is that the reason why, or is it just that in Pokemon Go you like Charmander more? Or I just thought that was interesting because I know you've mentioned a couple times that Squirtle's your favorite, but I haven't heard you talk about it as much in Pokemon Go. I think continuing with Spanish will be fun, continuing to practice it so that we don't forget it, as well as use it a fair amount. I was trying to think of ways to continue to use it after Duolingo stopped. I know the Duolingo does a pretty good job, but I feel like even when we finish Duolingo, that can't be enough for us to be like 100% fluent in Spanish. I know it gives you the percentage ratings as you're going along, but it just seems like spending a couple minutes a day for a few months with an app is not going to be enough to get you fluent with a language. So I was trying to think of maybe, you know, once we finish this, possibly trying to buy a couple books in Spanish and read those as sort of practice, but I don't know if they would have to be like children's books like the Berenstain Bears and Cat in the Hat in Spanish, or if they could be, you know, if we'd be good enough to be able to read like more young adult type books in Spanish. I'm not sure, but just, and that might be too advanced a book, but just something that can keep us going and keep us practicing and make sure that we don't forget it all. And be thinking about what other languages you want to learn in Duolingo. You know, I took 7 years of German in school, and I've done German on Duolingo to about the place where we are now, and then I sort of haven't progressed since then, but that was a long time ago, so I'd probably start back at the beginning. I took 1 semester of French, and I've done a little bit of that in Duolingo. I've taken 1 semester of Russian, and I've done a little bit of that in Duolingo, and I've also done some Italian in Duolingo. So I've dabbled in a couple different languages in Duolingo. So what preferences or thoughts do you have, dude? Let me know. I'm excited to see you later this weekend, Brian. Have a great day.